Hi everyone. Hi everyone. How are you all doing? So tonight I'm here to share. Some information with you about how our small business websites could be created by Class 7 IT services. My name is Francis Oyedeji and I own Class 7 IT services. So we have been reaching out to small businesses across Saskatchewan and Canada and all over the world. So today I want to show you 10 key steps to building a great small business website. 10 keys step to building a great small business website. So I'm showing small business website. So what are the 10 keys that you need to know? Is my name is Francis Oyedeji from Class 7 Services, study web development and data management, computer programming, computer service technicians. I also study ECDL, that is European Computer Driving License, and so on. Yeah. So what are the first step you must take before you want to build a website is you have to obtain a good domain name. That's the first step you need to take from building a website. You need to obtain a good domain name. Yes, that's the first step. So what is domain name? Because some people don't even know what is domain name. So domain name is also known as your website address. Is often the entry point to your website. That is, when someone is trying to see you or trying to find you on Google, so they will type your company name on Google or anywhere on the when they type your name there, they will be able to see you to be able to see your website. So your domain name is your website address. It's often the entry point to your site. It is important that it makes a good impression for usability purposes as well as for search engine optimizations. So what is that supposed to mean? That is when somebody is trying to when someone is trying to access your website, or so those are the things they will have to see, they will have to look, they have to type on Google, and they will be able to access your so your domain name is your website address. So you have to, here are some tips for coming up with an optional domain name. So make it easy to spell, make it easy, make it memorable. That is, when it's memorable and it's short, try not to use slangs, made up, or extremely esoteric word. So make it easy for people to read, so that when they want to go to like the web browser to look for your company or your businesses, so when they just put it there, like let's assume they want to put Google, they just put Google. It's so easy, it's memorable, so they could be able to search and see your company and see your services. So keep it as short as possible. The shorter it is, the easier it is to remember. So you have to make it memorable. You have to make it shorter, because the shorter you keep it, it is for them to be able to remember and be able to keep wanting to see your website. So you need to use the proper domain extensions. When you use a proper domain extension, try to always make it a .com domain name as opposed to .net or .co, etc. unless it is more appropriate to use another extension such as .gov, .edu, or .org. So .gov is maybe you are government organizations, or edu means like for educational purposes. And if it's organization, yeah, you make it org like churches and stuff like that. So those are the things that you need to keep in mind before you can have a domain name. Okay. Yeah. So it is really worth knowing. So some people want to have a domain name. They don't even know how to go about it. How do you go about having a domain name, right? So the first thing is you have to research the domain name. You have to Google it to see if a similar website address already exists online. You have to search for, you have to do research. So the name you are trying to have, do somebody have that same name? So you have to Google it. So here is our store where this is our address. If you want to search for a domain name for free, if the domain is still available for you to buy. So what do? You go to store.cloud7itservices.com. So store.cloud7itservices.com. That is when you will get the domain. So to make sure it does not contain any registered trademark and whatever. So these are the things you need to keep in mind. Check if the price is right, because sometimes there are some prices out there that is very outrageous. You know, you'll be paying more for what you are not supposed to pay more for. So yeah, so check the price if the price is right. Determine if you can purchase your desired website address at a reasonable price. Most good domain names are taken, and we need to be bought from the current owner. Sometimes there are some names that you want to have, I mean, your domain name, but other people have already bought it. So sometimes you can buy from them. You can buy from them so that you have a unique name. You see, your domain name is very important. Okay. Also, avoid nonsensical names. Choose a name that convey a meaning so that user will know immediately that your business is. That is, let your make your, yes, let it, it has to correlate with your business. So when someone is trying to search for you, you know, they'll be able to say, wow, this is really, I mean, you know, you can't just do any name. For instance, we have Yahoo, we have Google, catchy names. These names are catchy names, but they were very expensive to brand, and your small business may not have the same budget. So you have to start with what you have. So, you know, when you talk of Google, those are big brands. Yeah. So, and also there's something you need to keep in mind. Create an SEO friendly URL. That is making sure that your web address is SEO friendly. So don't choose a too long name. When the name is too long, it will be very difficult for a user. I mean, for someone who is trying to search your services, if it's too long, it's not good. Make it short and appropriate. So when appropriate, try to come up with an SEO friendly website address that include keyword. You know, it has to come with a keyword. So don't use numbers or hyphen. They are hard to remember and less elegant and memorable than word-only domain names, and may be misunderstood when focalizing the domain names. So take all these things serious so that you'll be able to, you know, you'll be able to have very, very good domain names, okay? Make the address brand to facilitate future growth. Make the address broad to facilitate future growth. For example, Amazon.com. So when we talk about Amazon.com, it's much broader a website address than booksonline.com, or allow Amazon to sell pretty much every type of consumer good instead of books online as it is original purpose. So make sure that the domain name you are choosing, it is correlate with your business and make it unique, okay? So ensure it is memorable. That's what I've been talking about since. So make your website to be memorable. With so many websites on the internet, it is important that your website name is catchy, so people will remember how to access it in the future. You understand? So you have to make it memorable so people can search for it, and you know, yes. So and also remember that the second thing that you have to take note of is purchase secure, scalable website hosting with good tech support. That is, when you are trying to buy your web hosting, make sure that you have a tech support. So people that when you are maybe when you are trying to do something, you have somebody who you can ask questions. Those people who work the people that is hosting your website. When you call them, they will be able to walk you through some, maybe when you are having issues, when you are navigating through your cPanel or something like that. So make sure that you connect your domain name to your hosting provider, so that when your user visits your website address, they are shown your website that stores on the hosting account. So you have to connect your web address to your hosting. So when somebody is looking for you, so that they can be able to get you. So when we talk about web hostings, the varies. Web hosting varies. We have where you can pay $2 a month to have a web hosting. Yeah, $2. You can pay $2. There's one that you can pay $100. It depends on the kind of technology and support you choose. You know, yeah, yeah. So usually get a discount if you purchase a yearly plan as opposed to monthly plan. That is, when you buy a yearly plan, they will give you a discount. So always buy a yearly plan so that you get a discount. And also, here are some guidelines for choosing a good website hosting plan. Although you can share a share server hosting plan for this for as little as $2 a month. So yeah, if you are starting small, you can just get the one for $2 a month so that you can be able to save money. Okay? Yeah, yeah. So you can save money, because don't take the one for $100. But if you want to start big, yeah, you can get the one for $100 a month. So that one are more virtual private server, so whereby you pay more for them. So I will want you to buy the one with a share server, so that you save money. So it depends on how big is your company and how much you are making, because there is what we call rate of return. When you spend money, you want to get that same money back. So I will advise you that when you are starting a business, you should be able to start with what you have. Start with little, and your business will grow. Your business will grow from there. So make sure your hosting company has phone and chat support, so you can be helped quickly if you have a problem. When a problem needs to be resolved immediately, phone support is the best. By caching works well too. So yeah, so if you so that you can be able to reach them. When you need help, just call them and they walk you through it. There is need to be an easy to use server interface like cPanel. Like I've stopped, cPanel simply means control panels, where you have all your data to access your server. So everything is just there. So you do not want to have to use terminal command to fill your server content and make changes unless you can afford to hire a professional server administrator to help you. So yeah, so you so yeah, so you like as I've said, so you have to make sure that you work on your budget. Whatever budget you have, you can get started. There is no amount of budget that is too small. Start from what you have. So like Cloud 790 Services is partner with GoDaddy. And we have our website has the same interface as GoDaddy. We are a reseller of GoDaddy, and you can even get more discount from buying from us rather than buy from GoDaddy. So make sure that your website is included with SSL. SSL certificate, which means secure socket layer. The key icon that is located on the top left of your website address. That is what we call when you have connected your website to the hosting, it shows on the web browser. So on the web browser, it's located on the top left. It's a key icon. So that SS certificate is very good. So it makes Google to promote your website and also makes your website to stand out. Okay, it makes it to stand out. Yeah. So those are the things. All these things you need to know. If you have a business, you don't have a website, you are depriving the business of growing, because one of the first things you do as somebody that wants to run a business is to start to have a business, because your website is it's just like your online office where people can reach out to you when you are not available. So what are the implements? Implement the best content management system. So like I've said, if you are starting very new, you don't need to do something big. You have to start with something small. So you need to implement the best content management system, which is where the content management system is what is holding your content. So it's a software program or application that is to create and manage content. A good CMS will help you maintain your sites, and you don't need much technical knowledge to use it. You should choose a CMS that is designed for your unique needs. Different systems are used for different reasons, such as user friendliness, extensibilities, and budgets. That is, one of them is WordPress. You have to use, it's just like drag and drop. You just get your content, it's just drag and drop, and you can just put, yeah. So WordPress is the most popular CMS in the world. It's fast, active support communities and useful plugins to extend, to extend the what? So to extend the functionality of your sites. If you cannot find a plugin that does what you want, it is easy to find a WordPress developer who can make use of your WordPress. So WordPress is just like a content-based, like content management system that manage your content. So you can be able to manipulate your content and tell you what to do. You can change your font. You can do so much with WordPress. We have another one which is called Dropper. Dropper is another popular CMS. It's often many as the same as benefit as WordPress, including flexibility, easy of use, and a live support community. Yeah. So all of these are very good to start with. You don't have to just do custom code. That's much more expensive. So you have to start very small. We have Joomla. Joomla is another one that you can use. So Joomla is another popular CMS content management system that is better, and it has a very good SEO friendly. It has security, and it has a multilingual capabilities than WordPress. That is, you can use Joomla with different languages. We also have Squarespace. Squarespace is another one. So it's another one that you can do, that you can use to be able to, to have your content going. Yeah. So there are much. We have Wiz. Wiz is a very similar to Squarespace, but it's a bit more user friendly. It offers a monthly fee, but not annual. Okay, so subscription and includes similar feature with Wiz. Wiz also drag and drop. It's just all about drag and drop. So So it's all about just having all of these custom, content management systems. Like you don't need to spend so much on building a custom website. If you're starting a business from new, you have to start little. So when your business grows, then from there, you can have a custom, you can change your website. So we also have WooCommerce. WooCommerce is the world most popular e-commerce platform. It can turn your WordPress site into an online store like WordPress. There are many plugins available, and it charges to. So, if you want to start selling, you have something that you want to start selling, you can use WooCommerce. WooCommerce is a very good platform where you can start selling your product, where people, you can display your products, put the prices. If you have to pay, if they have to pay for shipping, you can put it there. You can add your cards. So much features on WooCommerce. So we also have a website builder to start your first small business. Yeah, there are some so Class 7 IT services, like I've said, store.class7itservices.com is a cloud-based e-commerce platform that allows you to create and customize an online store and to manage products, inventory payment and shipping. It is not a WordPress extension like WooCommerce. It is a standalone platform that it is hosted on the Shopify server. So you see, like I've said, we are partnering with GoDaddy, and we have the same interface as GoDaddy. So we are very, very highly security. So everything, if you want to have your hosting on our website, which is Cloud7 store.class7itservices.com, you are very safe. So yeah, we are very safe. So we don't have any issue. So yeah. So so Cloud7 IT Services store is an online that has a relatively new e-commerce standalone subscription platform that is relatively easy to set up and use. Very little technical knowledge is required to launch your shop with store.cloud7itservices.com. Like just very little technical knowledge. And if you're having any issue, you can always call us. We are here to help you. You know that the templates are very simple and clean and somewhat customable, that you can customize it. Customizable features include marketing and SEO tools, social media integration, appointment booking, SSL security, rapid page loading. So all of these features is what we have on our platform. So if you are just looking to have your website or you want to build something, we can help you out, and we can get you online. Yeah, we can get you online. Yeah. Another one is you have to create an interesting, you need to create an interesting, memorable, and engaging website user interface. That is, you see, when I say an interface, like how the look of your website. So that's what they call an interface. Like how does it look like when I go to your web address? How is it sitting? So make sure that your small business website interface leave a positive impression that drive results. Like you have to make it look impressive so that it drive results, and you can do so by implementing the following suggestion. So yeah, so use a beautiful graphics and easy to read fonts. Graphics is all about your website. You have to use a very beautiful graphics and easy to use fonts. Make sure your small business website interface leaves a positive impression that drive results. So yeah, and also make sure your graphics are compressed and optimize for fast loading. If your website is slow, search engine like Google will penalize your ranking. Yeah, make sure that your website has, it's so small graphics. You can't just put up graphic there. So you have to compress it so that Google don't penalize you. So yeah, you set the competition to see how they have designed, optimize their website, implementing similar components that will work for your small business website. So you have to research other website. What are they doing? What is it that they are doing that is making them to scale, to thrive? So you have to, you have to make sure you do your research before you put your website out there. You have to stay consistently on a brand throughout your website design. So you have to stay consistently, making sure that your brand align with the interface of your website. When someone goes to your website, the landing page shows that, oh, this is like somebody who is looking for travel agency. So, yeah, travels. So you have to make sure that you are really communicating with your audience in a professional way, so that they will be able to understand what the kind of services you are offering. You have to publish easily accessible contact information. So whereby if people want to contact you or if they want to write something, so you have to make sure those features are very easy. They are very easy and people can reach out to you. And also you have to create a page that are standard for small business websites. Yeah, a page, you have to do a standard page. What are the pages? You don't need to have too many pages as we are just starting. So home, about us. Home is just like your landing page, where when people go to your web address, the first page that will show is your home. And we also have about us. About us is what is all about your business. What are you doing? What are about us? You have to be able to define what kind of services are you offering? Who are you? How many are you? You have to be able to write a very good, descript. You have to be able to describe your services to people. So when they are reading through your website, they will be able to understand exactly what you are doing. So product services with descriptions and visually appealing images. So you have to put your products, the images of your products, and you have to describe what about your business so that people can really understand it. You also do, your team, put your team, management teams, how many teams you have. Maybe you are 3, you are 4, you are 5, Also, you have to have a contact us because people want to reach out to you. So reach out to you to be able to do business or to ask information from, Also, you have to have terms of use, the online contact governing law, how users can use your website. Like, okay, terms of use is that maybe when somebody buys something, are you refunding? If there's any problem with the product they are buying, are you refunding them? Is it refundable? So you have to be able to tell them, privacy policy, and also additional pages relevant to your specific small business. So if you want to have other additional pages as well, you can have it, optimize your small business website for search engine. So you have to optimize it so that search engine will be able to rank you. So SEO is a set of practices you apply to your website to ensure search engine index and rank your website appropriately, and then show it to search engine users. Once your website is crawled by search engines, it competes with websites that have similar content. Better your website design and content is, the higher your site will show up on search engine results. So you have to make sure that you don't let it too contentful, make it, do your keyword research and implementation. Make sure that optimal website code, excuse me, so people can be able to, read through your website and be able to make sure that your website is fast loading. So like if it's fast, make sure that the loading speed is very good, so that because when people stay too long on your website, they wouldn't want to stay longer if it's not loading. They say, why is it not loading? They just want to go to do something else. So you have to make sure it's fast loading. The faster your website loads, the more people, the more customer you can keep. Be sure, being secure and having an SSL certificate installed. SSL is just a standard security technology that ensures data passed between web servers and browser remain private. So that is what an SSL is. Yeah, so yeah. So So make sure you have an SSL certificate installed on your website, so that people will see you as you really mean business. Not just that, Google will also rank you. Google will rank you for that. Having a mobile friendly site, make sure that your website is mobile friendly. So when it's mobile friendly, is really good, and people, because I can see that when people use more mobile to browse than a desktop, because everybody's just going about with their phones. It's very handy. They can just scroll. They will just be scrolling up and down. So make sure that. So make sure that your website is mobile friendly, it's responsive. So yeah, and yeah. So, and also another thing to promote your website, excuse me, you have to do a backlink. You have to link your website to high domain ranking. So when you link your website to them, so you'll be able to, get more people to visit your website. From there, you can close more deals. Linking your website to other, having a lot of positive review online. Google also having a review. You have to have a review, because people want to see. Most of your customers, they are concerned about what people are saying about your business. So they want to read review about your business on Google, on Yelp, on Facebook, because they don't want to just, they just want to come and give you money, and at the end of the day, you don't do the work. So you have to make sure that if anyone is paying you, you are doing their work fine, and you are very good. Using internal link throughout your site to keep clicking and reading. Yes, you have to link your website to the other social media, like you have to using social media link to your website, like LinkedIn, Twitter's, Facebook, Pinterest. So when you link it, so people can be able to see you on social media, and that creates like a trust that people are really, talking about your website. So you just build your website without linking it to other social media, website. SEO is an extremely important ongoing process that can mean the difference between showing up in the first page of your search engine result pages. That is, SEO is an ongoing process. That is something that you have to be doing all the time for your website, for you to have good online presence, because there are a lot of competition out there. There are a lot of companies that are competing, that they want them, they want them to come for some page. They want to spend money. They don't know. They don't even care how much they are spending, as long as they are getting the customers. So you have to make sure that you do SEO when you have a website. Yeah. So you have to regularly create and publish quality content. You have to write about your product, about your services, so people can read through it. They can read through it. They can read through it. So both content quantity and freshness are important to search engines. So it is important that you create a plan to publish quality articles or blogs, posts on your site and on external site that link to your site. If you want to rank highly in search engine results and encourage people to return to your site again and again, you have to update your website with new and relevant content as frequently as possible. So the more content you post, the more people you drive to your website. And also another thing you need to do, you need to install a webmaster tool, which is Google Analytics, Google Search Console. So this tells you how many people come to your website, what they are looking for, to track the informations. You have to track daily, weekly, or monthly visitors to your site, number of views on your search page of your site, bouncing rate, the percentage of users who comes to your site and leave after having only view one page. Google algorithm give higher ranking to websites that have a low bouncing rate on the theory that visitors are spending more time on the site and find it valuable. Average time spent on this on site by visitors. Core error your site, error that the search engine found on your site is scrolling its content. So make sure that broken link, you fix all of this keyword that leads to lead users to your site, backlink to your site, web page downloading time, other information that can help you enhance your SEO. So implement a website maintenance plan that you have to maintain your website. You can't just build it there and just leave it there. You need to maintain it. You have to change your content, change your logo, change your change your images, change all of this, and it will really, when you're up to date, you always be at the top. So you can't just leave the same content and the same information there for so long. So it's not really good. It doesn't really speak well about your website. So yeah, so you have to make sure that you have something good, something tangible for people to look through. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I want to share with you today. Thank you for joining me today. I'll keep coming and showing you more information on how to start your small business. So thank you very much. So if you want to reach out to us, our web address is www.cloud7itservices.ca, and our email address is office@cloud7itservices.ca. If you want to reach us, you can call us at 306-880-5043. Again, 306-880-5043. Thank you for listening, and catch up with you soonest. Thank you. Bye for now. Stay blessed. Thank you. God bless you.